The following podcast is fan-made and in no way associated with Steam, Valve Corporation, or your mother. Also, it contains highly explicit language, so get the fuck out if you don't want to hear it.
You're listening to the Late Night Steamer podcast, Steam Gaming, with character.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? Doing this from the couch in my office today. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I might have torn my ACL. Good times.
Yeah, it did. That was perfect.
Hello, I finally got a webcam. And I got a dragon. Me.
Like I was mentioning in the pre-show, we are running a little late.
And apparently your sound is not working, Scott.
Yeah, apparently you're muted now.
I know why. I never unmuted myself from the intro. Oops. And there's no other recording, so guess what? We're just going to have to go with that one.
Shit.
But yeah, anyway, welcome to the Late Night Steamer podcast, episode 88, recorded live on April 26th, and I actually tried to remember that. But yeah, really do apologize for the delay. Like I said in the pre-show, we have been at a comic convention called C2E2, which is here in Chicago, and yeah, I'm really sorry about having my mic muted. That was stupid. But oh well. Oops. All right, I wanted to save this for the intro of the show because I felt like this could probably actually be a really good discussion since this is Improv Night. No document. We're going to just go...
No docs.
No doc. We're just going to do it ourselves. I'm going to whip this bad boy out.
Except I do have some notes next to me, but that's all right.
I should be all right.
This is Dad's episode 50.
Oh, man.
Break stuff.
I did a little bit, but that's okay. I'm trying to get all the freaking styrofoam off this thing. It is just all over. All right. So I got myself a master sword. It is a it is a replica. Very heavy too. This is actual metal. It's not sharpened, so I mean I can't like cut myself on it. But yeah.
You can get that sharpened though.
I could actually. I mean it's actual. I don't know if you could hear that, but that's actual metal.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. I never wanted to buy a sword in my entire life, and then all of a sudden, like, this guy was just, like, ultimate nerddom, and he's just like, dude, I'll sell it to you for $65. And I'm like, shit, damn it, that's a good deal. So I went ahead and I got that. And,
The only problem is if you sharpen that, the cats are probably going to kill you in the night.
Yeah, Snowball's already looking at it right now. He's just kind of like, oh, look at that, you brought your own demise.
It looks like it's from Wind Waker. Is that correct?
Maybe. It does have the symbol for it, I believe, right there. So that's very possible.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's got the Triforce right there. So.
Hey, make your wish something that helps the world, okay?
Sure, why not? I'm gonna break some fucking pots! Anyway.
Cut that grass!
I'm gonna cut some grass, get some rupees!
First you have to find some grass.
I know. I'm in the city. There's all fucking concrete over here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So what you guys been doing all week?
Working.
Go ahead, Lennox.
All right. Working. Trying to record some stuff for my personal YouTube channel. Been slacking on that a little bit. Other than that, really just kind of catching up on sleep, getting my sleep schedule back to a normal. Well, it's not really normal schedule. I don't say staying up till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Not really normal for most people, but it's my normal schedule anyways that I'm trying to get back onto and not wake up at 6:30 in the morning every morning. But other than that, not much else.
I've just been kind of hanging out, working, and taking care of the house before I go on a trip all next week. I'm buying a roof. That's going to be $16,500. So there goes my hopes of getting a pinball.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
I suppose having a roof over your head though is a little better than the pinball machine.
Yeah, it's a better
The
investment.
roof I currently
that
have
way.
works. It just
Leaks slightly.
no, it doesn't leak. It just we need to sell the house because we want to move closer to where we work, and to do that, it needs a roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll get all the money back when I sell it, but we're looking at a couple years before I get it back.
That's the tough part. I've known a couple people that have sold houses now, and they buy the house, and then when they go to sell it, they've got to fix it all up before selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's been my week.
What happened to your ACL? You were mentioning that in the intro.
Oh, I had a Gaelic football tournament today out in Syracuse, which is about 2 hours from my house. And we had teams from Ottawa and Albany, Syracuse, Buffalo, Rochester, and Montreal was supposed to show up, but I don't think they did. Our first game was against Buffalo. It was almost over. We were winning. I went to try to get a ball out of the air and came down on my naturally hyperextended knee. And it continued to go backwards as 224 pounds decided to come down out of the air on top of it. Heard it pop a few times, and when we have a paramedic on the team, when he came over and looked at it, he said he slid my kneecap back in place. So yeah, went and got x-rays and everything, which were basically inconclusive, as they usually are with soft tissue injuries. So now I have to find a orthopedic. My GP decided to quit on me a few months ago and go do stuff in Africa for missionary work because he didn't like Obamacare. I didn't want to deal with the headaches of the paperwork. So, yeah, I don't have a GP, and my insurance requires that I have a GP as a referral before I go to urgent care, but obviously that didn't happen. So this could be a very expensive endeavor.
Oh,
Hopefully
man.
not.
Well, I really do hope it is not too expensive of an endeavor.
Yeah.
Hey, Tana, what you been doing all week?
You.
Oh! Wow. Dick.
Damn, you know I'm making those damn jokes. Jeez. Got me on that one. Basically just school. Because I have finals week. My classes end next week for the semester. So I got like 4 projects to do this week. It's due Tuesday. So I'm kind of overwhelmed. I wish I could do my video gaming, but school's kind of important right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's basically about it. Any type of gaming's on my Android phone. I'm like on the bus going, nee! All of a sudden I miss my stop. What the fuck?
Yeah, but if you miss your stop, then you just get to go around again. So you just get to keep playing.
Yeah, so today for the convention was actually a nice little break from doing schoolwork. So it was nice.
Yeah.
Now I can play with my little dragon pet all day.
Nice.
You can actually buy armor for this little guy, which I'm going to buy later. So I have spikes just like my collar.
You can't buy armor till you train your dragon.
Yeah, she was actually playing with it on the whole train ride back to my house. I mean, it was just like constantly nuzzling it up and shit like that. It was crazy. Oh, man. As far as me this week, I really haven't had much going on. I've played just a ton of games, and my boss has been on vacation at work, so I mean, I've just been kind of, doing my job here and there, but for the most part, I've had a pretty leisureful week, so I can't really complain too much. So let's go ahead and move on to the first section of the show. And since we really don't have a doc to say who's going to introduce those, Lennox, why don't you go ahead and introduce us into the first section?
What's the first section?
Steaming pile of news. It's the same one with
Yeah,
every show.
We got some steaming pile of news.
We don't have a doc.
We don't have a doc. So let's go.
That's all right. I put up I put up green light for some reason. There we go.
We're going right along here.
Yeah.
So I got a few topics we can actually discuss. Actually, that works out perfect. So I actually was going through my article feeds and stuff, and this one title popped out at me real quick. Call of Duty player sends SWAT team to after opponent.
Holy crap.
Wow.
So listen to this story.
Oh my god.
This week, Rafael Castillo of Long Island kicked so much ass in Call of Duty match that his opponent apparently tracked down Castillo's IP address, matched it to his real-world address, and then called in the police claiming that Castillo had murdered his mother and was preparing to murder more. More than 60 officers responded to a 2-hour standoff with Castillo, who was blissfully unaware that any of this was happening as he sat in his room with his headphones on. 60 officers, Bloomberg wasn't kidding when he called the NYPD a private army.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I don't
They
even
bust in his door and everything, and
Yeah,
who pays for
because he was-
that now?
They had him on because he mustn't up and coming to the door obviously because he
He
they
was playing
had a standoff.
games.
Yeah, it's playing a
'Cause-
game.
He was playing the game and obviously they were concerned for their life.
Yeah.
It'd be
So-
even funnier if he actually had the TV sounds turned up so you hear all that gunfire and they're probably just like, oh god, it's hostile in there. We can't go in there yet.
Oh shit!
Could you imagine sitting there playing a game like that with your headphones on and all of a sudden you fucking just this 60 officers come flying into your house in every direction?
I would piss myself. Legitimately. I would piss myself. Honestly and legitimately.
I can't even
I mean, how
imagine.
mad do you have to be in a Call of Duty game to like go as far as track someone's IP, match it to a real world address, and then somehow convince police and SWAT that this person is incredibly hostile? I mean, I would like to think that 911 can at least track the current location of the phone call. I mean, come on, man.
I think they can, but well, they can. I know. Well, being a firefighter, I know they can.
Yeah.
But I think with the news nowadays and how they publicize everything so much, especially like shootings and stuff like that, that a lot of this stuff is taken seriously. Now,
Yeah, I can see that.
the officers and stuff, that seems a little overboard. A 2-hour standoff with somebody in their basement or living room or whatever. It doesn't say
It's
where it
got to be
actually
because
was.
of the sound
In
effects of the
bed.
game. I'm almost
Yeah.
certain that the sound effects made them think that it was a lot more hostile in the house than it really was.
Well, he was wearing headphones, so it probably wasn't up on his TV. They just
Yeah, it
probably
was-
stayed out there not knowing what was going on.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know, but that was from PC World, and the editorial and the writer said, "I think the moral here is if you lose, just invest in a punching bag or break your controller in half, like we did in the good old days."
Or
Dude,
trade the game in and stop playing. That's really the message I would give you. I mean, if you get that mad after playing a Call of Duty game, you really shouldn't be playing games. I'm sorry.
I can't say much. I probably broke 3 or 4 controllers over Gears of War. So
Yeah,
but
but
I broke
mean,
controllers. I wasn't
yeah.
calling police.
Yeah, I mean, at least you were doing something that you were reprehensible for. I mean, I hope to God that the person who ended up making this call ends up actually serving some time, because, I mean, that is a terrible
absolutely.
waste of tax money, as well as the fact that, you know, that is just straight out immature and incredibly irresponsible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do seriously hope that this person is actually serving jail time. And if
thought you
they're a
guys-
minor, then, yeah, they still should be in
Yeah.
jail. I don't care.
I thought you guys would get a kick out of that story.
Oh, yeah, that's
Definitely,
hilarious.
like he's such a sore loser calling
Yeah.
freaking police over a video game.
Yeah.
At that point, if I'm that mad, I would usually just switch the game out, play something else. It's just retarded. It's a freaking game. It's freaking stupid.
Next story here I have is a Minecraft-related story, actually, to be fair.
Well, real quick, let's check in chat, make sure that there's no comments about that in chat.
Sorry.
Snake Eyes says, no, it's okay. Snake Eyes says, flashbangs! And he also says, you can't punch the LCDs nowadays like you could the CRTs back in the late 80s, early 90s. And that's
This is
true. I used to punch
you'll
the
just
hell out of my
break it.
CRT, yeah. I mean, I remember there was a few games of like multiplayer Doom that I played that I got so mad that I punched my CRT, and it did more damage to me than I did to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah. Nowadays, you'll be replacing that monitor if you punch it, or
Yeah.
TV, or whatever.
But that's all in chat, so you can go ahead and go into the next story.
Next story here is Minecraft related. I thought this was really. I've seen one house replicas and stuff like that, but I've never seen an entire city. So
God, yes.
Denmark creates a 1-to-1 scale replica of itself in Minecraft. The Danish Geodata Agency. The fact that it's a government agency that has done this is kind of crazy. Has recreated the entire country in Minecraft at a 1-to-1 scale. If you have 1 terabyte, that is 1,000 gigabytes of space to store it, and if your ISP will not kick you off their network before it's finished, you can download Denmark for free. In the editorial, I forget where I pulled this from, but the author says they probably have better internet service provider over there, because almost every service provider in the U.S. anyways would probably kick you off their IP before you got that halfway downloaded. To be fair.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can show this real quick, if it'll let me. There we go. This is a screenshot from it, and it's very colorful.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It is incredibly colorful.
I couldn't find any real information on how long it took. I just read the quick article insert. I didn't read the full article. So I don't know if there was actual said there, but that must have taken years, a couple of years.
I don't know about years. It all kind of depends on how many people they have working on it, and what kind of world generation they might have used to get it started. I mean, I really don't know exactly how they would have done it, but
it's funny that you say people and how many people. It's like, this is a government agency working on this. This is somebody now.
Well,
I
to
don't know
be
how it
fair,
works
hold
over
on. I do remember reading a story that it was interns that did this. They didn't pay any money for this. They had interns do it.
Interns do it.
Yeah, so I do believe that was the case.
You get an intern job with this geodata agency. Minecraft for the next year. Have
But
fun.
I fucking hate Legos.
And I'm Danish.
Well, to be fair, I mean, if you really love playing Minecraft, this has to be a dream job. I mean, you're getting credits, college credits, from what I could tell, to basically sit there and build your country in Minecraft. I mean, that's got to be really awesome if you're into Minecraft. If you're not, you are fucked, because it is going to be some long nights.
I may actually try to look at downloading this and taking a quick peek in it.
You know, if they have a
Good luck.
torrent, they would have to have a torrent of it. If they have a torrent of it, then it probably wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
God damn, it's a terabyte large? Is that what
Yeah.
you said?
That was my next question.
1 terabyte.
For a
Holy
tiny
crap.
country. Can you imagine if the whole world was done?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
You know, and the
You would-
funny thing is that there really isn't that big of a boundary on Minecraft. You probably could do something like that, but who has the time? That would be just so time-consuming to do a 1-to-1 scale.
The oceans would
that's-
be easy.
That's this is true.
True.
There's one of the Minecraft guys. They do a Firelands or bus series.
Oh
and
yeah,
he's
Kurt Mack.
He's still walking. What the game's been out for? Since the game's been in beta, he has been walking. So that's 3+ years now.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a long time.
That's crazy, and he hasn't reached the edge of the map yet. So
Well, the thing that helps that series go further is because he also he collects money for what is that, Child's Play? I think it is.
Child's Play, yeah.
Yeah,
a lot
so
of-
I mean, he is doing the series with a donation type aspect, going to an actual charity versus him pocketing any of the money himself. So that's a pretty cool thing. I mean,
Yep.
you got to appreciate that.
Yep. Anything in chat? Let's see. Huh? Snake Eyes Sam says, "Wonder how well the Denmark Department of Minecraft pays, though."
I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean it's. Oh yeah, here we go. I like his later statement. He says, rather than just download Earth Minecraft, buy our new NOS box, Earthcraft, and we'll ship it to you with free 3-day shipping. A NOS hard drive that would be large enough to contain a Minecraft map of the entire world. That's got to be fucking pricey. That's got to be expensive. I remember somebody telling me that they had about 22 terabytes of basically pirated content. And he paid at least about $3,000 on the hardware alone.
Wow,
so
that's crazy.
Just to have 22 terabytes, I mean, that's just nuts.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
This is just going to be a real quick thing. I didn't really pull out any information, but I found this really interesting. So, I played one episode of Goat Simulator. I played a little bit offline, off camera right now. I played a little bit of it the other day because I was like. I didn't have a whole lot of time, but I wanted to play something real just stupid. So I played a little more Goat Simulator. Goat Simulator devs plan a new map, local multiplayer, and goat parkour.
Goat parkour.
And it's
Say
launching in the UK beginning in May or this week or something.
It would be the British that would come up with goat parkour. I mean, come on. It's crazy.
Goat parkour. I just can't believe there's another map. Like,
that doesn't surprise me too much because, I mean, that one map that Goat Simulator had to begin with, I mean, 20, 30 minutes in and you already pretty much seen everything and done everything.
Yeah. But it's just... It's a game that I thought would have been like, ha, here's a game for a couple weeks.
And then
but
just die.
It seems to be, like, exploding still.
It's a goat.
It's not just a goat. It's a goat that you can morph into Satan goat. You can do all sorts of really retarded things. It's just I think the reason why it's still even in existence right now is because I think they're going to try and do Steam Workshop on that. I think from what I remember,
it is. Steam Workshop is.
It is on it. Okay, so it's got Steam Workshop. Yeah, I mean Workshop has a way of basically taking a game and keeping it. I mean, look at Skyrim. Skyrim still has mods being worked out for it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's actually probably, if I do any more episodes, it's probably what I'm going to do is pull down a couple of Steam Workshop things and
yeah.
Because there's plenty of other people that are just doing the generic game or doing little fucking stupid things with it, but you know, I haven't seen too many with Steam Workshop stuff. So
yeah, I thank God that Steam prevented me from buying the game. I regret that. I would regret that. I do want to show off this link you gave me real quick, though, about the 8K resolution screenshots.
This is my final. Yeah, this is my final.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and show the screenshots. You go ahead and talk about it.
I got a story too, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just give me one second. Come on, load, damn bitch. The article's loading. It's loading. It takes a little bit because it's 8K photos. So the Unreal Engine 4, which they're still working on, they launched some tech demos with 8K resolution screenshots this week, or was it this week? Yeah, the 25th. And these things, the detail in these things, and the realistic of them, is just amazing. I don't. It just. I saw the article and I just kind of. I was like, let me see what this gimmick looks like. You know. I now want an 8K monitor and 8K games, man. I don't know if my computer could handle it though, but
No, you're gonna definitely need new graphics cards.
yeah, I mean, my graphics card is 4K compatible, but not. It doesn't have anything to do with 8K.
I want to talk about this screenshot right here real fast, and this is ultimately like a living room screenshot. Now,
Yep,
you
that's
look at
coming
this
out.
thing, this looks like an actual living room. That's rendered in the Unreal tournament engine, or the Unreal 4, I think it was. Is that what it is, 4?
Unreal 4, yep.
Yeah, Unreal 4 engine. That's rendered. That is not a photograph.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Even the skylight from the sun.
Oh yeah, I mean that is so well done.
I can't imagine. It boggles my mind that there'll be a day we're playing games in this kind of resolution,
Oh yeah,
and it's just gonna be.
it's
It's gonna be
incredible.
like Minecraft. What was Minecraft? What was
Yeah,
that piece of
seriously.
junk?
No, Minecraft will be like, yeah, we can be on here, and you'll just have giant places and no processor lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the thing though that's funny about that is that there's gonna be people that are like, oh man, I'll just play Minecraft in 8K resolution. What's the fucking
Yeah.
point? Yeah.
Scott says that when I play in 128.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get those like 256 HD packs. I'm just like, why? It's like, oh, but it looks like real dirt in a block form. Yeah, sure. That's great. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, I can't just fathom how we're going to be able to play these games in 8K resolution. Which, for those that need to understand, I mean, that is 8 times essentially 1080p resolution.
Yeah.
That is incredibly detailed. And,
Yeah.
and to be able to play games with that much ability to be as detailed as possible, I can't imagine how long it's going to take for games to be released. And you're going to need larger teams to produce games, obviously, because it's just huge amount of work.
That, and I think it's going to take. So I think we're still way from this, because it's going to take ISP changes in the United States, at least in the United States. Other countries have much better internet service providers than we do. But with the way it's going now, they want to limit more and more. But with 8K games, those are going to be huge. You're
Those
talking
textures, yeah.
hundreds of gigs just for one game. So, and that, that brings up an interesting point too, is, everybody's going cloud. How does this relate to a cloud? Because you can't stream that quality. So, all these manufacturers are building PCs with just, 128 gigabyte SSDs or 240, and they say, oh, that's all you need because everything else is in the cloud. But this stuff right here, it's stuff like this that I go, no, we need these beefy rigs still.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean,
I need super beefy rig.
yeah.
A computer that can do that, it's going to cost you close to 12 grand, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Easy.
Yeah, it's got to.
I mean, the amount of graphical memory you're going to need, as well as RAM.
Well,
I mean,
and just remember, these are just screenshots.
yeah.
So these are just shots they rendered. Who knows how long and what kind of machine it took to render these images?
Completely agree. Yeah, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head about that. I mean, especially with streaming, it's already incredibly hard to stream at 720p and keep data usage minimal. I mean, if you're going to have to stream 8K resolutions online, I can't imagine what the bandwidth for that's going to be. And that's going to be just overbearing. Yeah. And, when you're right, with a lot of these ISPs, especially now with net neutrality basically being completely crushed by the people who are fighting for it in the first place. I don't understand how that works.
That was a great thing that the FCC did this week.
Yeah, FCC is like, well, if we can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks, FCC. Way to fight the power. That's right, you are the power. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, with ISPs now starting to look towards not necessarily limiting, but throttling your bandwidth and your data. I mean, how pricey is it going to be to play these 8K games on the cloud? I mean, I wouldn't want to even imagine that.
Well, I don't see it's even possible. I mean, we don't have.
We're still working on 4K. Even
Well,
that's
the
incredibly
thing.
expensive.
We don't have the infrastructure to support even like Netflix streaming 4K on most networks
Yeah.
right now. So the problem is we need the bit rate, and the bit rate's not there because of how much, what ISPs do is they build for a peak, but knowing that they're going to hit that peak at some point, but you're not going to hit that peak at all the time, just during peak hours.
Yeah.
So that peak is much. They hit that they calculate a peak and then they draw back from that peak about 10 to 15%, and they say, well, this is what the infrastructure we need. Yeah, when we hit the peak, it's going to bottleneck everybody a little bit, but because we don't guarantee anything, because when you buy, at least in the United States, when you buy your bandwidth from whatever ISP, it's an estimation of your throughput, not a guarantee.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're still a long ways away from all this. We're starting to see some talk of 4K games and stuff around the corner.
Yeah.
Some monitor, Samsung, I think, just released a 4K monitor that I'm actually looking at. Good God.
Yeah, isn't that the 32-inch one that they
Yeah,
just released? Yeah, I
Yep.
saw that. That thing looks beautiful. It really
Yeah,
does.
by the end of this year, I probably won't have a wife left, but
Hey, join the club, buddy. I got rid of mine.
yeah, but yours
terrible.
didn't leave you because you bought all this computer equipment and everything else. So
No, I left her actually because I'm a dick. Ain't that right? Anyway, there's a lot of great conversations right now on chat about hardware that ultimately would boil down to it. But there's only really one comment that I want to read off, and that is Assault Florist saying, "Ooh, solitaire in 8K." Yeah, that's another. You could probably do that right if you actually have like a dealer dealing out the cards in a solitaire fashion. you could probably make that work.
I
Like a
believe
Like a
casino
casino
style?
style type of thing.
Yeah.
not by Microsoft. I don't think it is, but I think I have seen like Solitaire HD or something like that. I'm like,
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Do we really need this?
I'm playing a game on my Android phone right now called Fairway Solitaire, which is essentially a cartoony golf/solitaire game where your golf scores is determined by how many cards you have left on the table.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny how they actually will take like a spin on a classic, basically. So
Yeah.
I could totally see them doing freaking
Oh, yeah.
8K.
Oh, yeah.
And on a great part, you wouldn't have to guess on which card it is on the table. You could see in clear definition that that's a fucking 8 of spades.
Yeah.
Not an ace of spades, an 8 of spades.
Yeah.
Did you say an ace of spades?
That's exactly why I was trying not to say ace of spades. I do not want to do that with my throat right now. I don't have any beverage on me, so it's just like no screaming for me.
So, Randak, you said you have one story. Round us out.
Yeah, something magical happened today in the world of retro gaming. So there's always been this kind of urban legend that Atari buried a whole shit ton of ET games out in the
remember
desert.
reading about
I was
this.
actually hoping you brought this up. I wasn't sure if you were going to.
So today at 12:45 Mountain Time, they found out that urban legend is true. They were able to dig up the first few copies of ET and they also pulled up a centipede that I saw from the pictures out of landfill. And yeah, centipede for the Atari 2600.
Wow, I liked Centipede. Why would that get buried?
The centipede
no
is
clue.
actually it's still sealed too, and
Yeah, it's in a
wrapping.
sealed box. It crushed, but it's a sealed box.
Wow, so that's actually true then. Atari
Yeah.
did bury ET. I mean,
Yep.
it's not PC related, but god damn, that's still a great story.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
And of course,
great.
we're going to cover it huge on Return of the Retro on Monday. But
Definitely.
there's a documentary being produced by Microsoft for all this and everything, so people have the opportunity to see the dig and everyone's reactions. And apparently, there's like 100 people or so on site to watch
thank
it
you so
live.
much.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a Microsoft fanboy to say, but this is actually something that is pretty cool that they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how this is. I don't know how much you guys follow the Angry Video Game Nerd. but he's filming the Angry Video Game Nerd movie right now, and it actually is kind of based off of the burial of the ET games for the Atari 2600. I wonder how much this is actually going to affect his movie, because now it's not necessarily a mystery anymore. So
He's fucked. He's got to get it out before the documentary's out.
yeah,
exactly.
I know. So, I think he's got enough of a fan base that people will probably still check out the movie anyway.
Yeah.
But I think that it just the mystery and the allure of it's gone. It's gone
Yeah.
now. But damn, that's such a great story. So they did do it. That's fucked up. That's pretty fucked up.
Yep.
So have you guys beaten E.T.?
I've never even played E.T. let
Really?
alone beat
Never
it.
played
No,
it.
I never played it.
Oh, I'm one of the few people I know that have actually beaten it. There's a mode you can select that removes the FBI guy, and then it's just a race against time, and
Gotcha.
it's not that hard.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, the next section is Greenlight, which we didn't have a Greenlight game to talk about this week.
No.
So we're gonna switch. They're gonna have to skip that one. The section.
And we can talk about the red light because it's hockey playoffs. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I haven't been keeping track of the Blackhawks. I'm a terrible person.
They're up 3-2 on St. Louis.
Nice.
The
Sweet.
The Bruins destroyed Detroit today.
Yep. Detroit's out.
Yeah, fuck Detroit. Sorry, Joe. Anyway, my one friend Joe from the FTW podcast is probably gonna kick my ass for that comment, but oh well. Fuck you, Joe.
Buffalo ate their own shit during this whole season this year, so
I love how
They
it
didn't
turned
have a
Greenlight
chance.
into a sports talk. That works. Why not?
The win.
Yeah. There you go. This is
yeah.
the show that we totally needed Andy on. I miss
Yeah.
you, Andy.
Absolutely.
Come back to us, Andy. We miss you.
and
All
then
right.
if TJ was here, he would have been like, "All right, can we just
Can we move on? Can we move on? Oh.
Can we talk
No.
about something that involves video games and me not buying them?
He's the inappropriate 13-year-old posting on Twitter today about his cock.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His house is full of cock right now, apparently, from what I can understand.
He
Have you
blew
guys
half his
seen
load all
the,
over the wall. Hey,
You
these are
guys
comments
seen-
he made.
Have
What
you
did
guys
you
seen
say?
the video on YouTube with the Australian guy talking about his deck? So it's his dick.
His deek. Yeah.
I like to steal my dick. And then
Oh.
at the end he's like, sometimes you need some cock too. So I got this Johnson's big black cock.
Snake eyes.
So
Snake eyes.
it's basically his accent just further these jokes
Yeah.
along.
Right.
Snake eyes
That's
says
hilarious. I'd be
DJ.
dying watching that.
DJ's busy with that claw game. It's not a game. It's actually capture software, and every time he boots up his computer, he has it so it automatically launches.
Yeah.
Play Claw is not a game.
Yeah. Assault Florist actually put something pretty funny in here, which we didn't mention. He says ET in 8K resolution. Gigantic pixels. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. All right, guys. Well, we are going to have to move on to the next section that we actually can talk about. And I'll go ahead and introduce that one. And that is the inside our Steam box. And I just now got the music played because I'm a little lagging behind, but oh well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, when did this show turn into Doug?
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone at work has been singing that around me a ton, and it just is stuck in my head.
You know what? That song is incredibly infectious. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Anyway, well, since you got this stuck in our head, Randar, what have you been playing this week?
This week I haven't played a whole lot, but I did put in some time with GoldenEye Source.
Nice.
It looks really nice. I'm not a big fan of the playstyle though, but
Well,
I've just never been into straight deathmatch, especially when there's an ultimate weapon like the Golden Gun, and it doesn't have an auto reticle. You have to hold shift for your reticle to come up.
That's
which
because it is emulating the exact gameplay of the N64.
Which I get,
Yeah.
but at the same time, modern games need a reticle. I'm on a big fucking 32-inch monitor. I need a fucking reticle.
I think the GoldenEye Source in earlier editions actually did have the traditional Half-Life 2 style of aiming, and people really complained about that, and it ultimately told them it's like we want the original gameplay style because there's people that have the N64 controllers that can be plugged in via USB.
USB, yep.
So they're literally like plugging in these USB N64 controllers and playing it as if it was exactly on the N64. My only argument for that is, okay, well then where's the lag when you have 4 players?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was actually playing on, I think it was a 16-player server, and I think there were 8 guys in there.
Yeah.
I pretty much got my ass handed to me, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun game, but yeah, it goes right to that classic style of GoldenEye. You got to get used to that, especially if you're used to like the more TF2 style of gameplay. So I hear you on that.
And then I also played some Monster Shooter on the 3DS, which is a great little dual stick shooter. I understand the 3DS doesn't have a dual stick, but they just use the 4 buttons as your other stick, and it's got some auto aim to help you too.
Yes.
And it's just a fun little shooter. Snake Eyes Stem posted that Deke video
Oh, nice.
in chat.
Neat.
So when you get a chance, you're gonna want to watch that. That's great stuff. But that's about it.
Linux, what are you playing?
Not a whole lot, but played some Banished, recorded some more of that, so that should be starting to roll out next week at some point.
You horrible person.
I know. Played a little bit of Minecraft, and when I mean a little, I mean a little. Other than that, not really much. Just trying to get, obviously, like I said earlier at the beginning of the show, my sleep schedule kind of back on track. Also, I've been just kind of, planning out the next kind of month. I want to get back into live streaming, so that's, kind of trying to plan all that out.
Yeah.
So, on that, not much else. I haven't even actually played any games on my phone, to be fair.
Gotcha. Tana.
Actually, this week GameStop had their buy two get one free used games that I bought on the internet, and it came in this week. So I started playing on my DS. I actually bought the Disney Enchanted game. It's actually kind of cute, but there's one part I'm stuck in 'cause it's kind of frustrating. But it's a Disney game, so I wanted to play with it. That's really about it.
I want you to play with it. No.
Knew that was coming.
Look at that Deke!
Deke! I want you to play with that Deke.
Oh my god.
So, what else have you been playing?
That's really about it. I haven't been playing with anything else. Just school, mainly. It's finals week, and it's so frustrating. Yeah.
I believe it. As far as me, I actually resubscribed to GameFly last weekend, and I did that primarily because I wanted to be able to play some 3DS games that I just couldn't afford right now. And Zelda Link Between Worlds came in, and holy crap, is that just a fantastic game. I haven't gotten that far in it, and it's just like, I know this area. I played this on the Super Nintendo.
Great game. It stays good the whole way through.
Oh my god. So far, I am just loving the experience. And even Tana was watching me play it while we were on the train. And it's great so far. And it's probably something I'm just going to end up buying just because it's amazing. Yeah. I've also been playing a little bit of Minecraft. And by a little, I mean a fuck ton. A metric fuck ton. I'm playing way too much of it, actually, to be honest. It is getting to the point where I'm kind of hoping to finish up the series that I'm recording right now and actually take a break from it. I want to get back into Rust. I want to play some more Rust.
Yeah.
But, it's a matter of finding people to play with on that, because I'm getting sick and tired of doing solo games. I mean, playing Rust solo is basically like castrating yourself. It's just... It's
yeah,
brutal.
You can't... Especially on most servers, you can't roll by yourself.
Yeah. You have to go to a small server if you plan on playing with yourself. Yeah. Playing with yourself. we're 12. Anyway, but yeah, you basically have to play on a small server if you plan on playing solo, and even then, it gets boring real fast. So,
I got something for you here.
You got something for me?
If you like me, find it very hard to keep your dick dry. I left my dick unprotected, and it was all over shape in no time. I could barely recognise my own dick. Imagine that. Then I discovered Schaefer's New Zealand-style dick sealant. The best way to take care of your dick in 3 easy steps. First, wash your dick with soap and water.
I really hope we don't get flagged for playing the audio.
Your dick is clean and dry. Paint your dick with Schaefer's dick sealant. I used to be too embarrassed to invite people over to see my dick. But now, my dick's down. I even have pictures of my dick. Check out that. I'm gonna send this to my secretary. Barbara always loves to receive my dick. After all, summertime is all about spending time on your dick. See people on my dick at once. They can really wear your dick out. But with Schaefer's dick sealant, my dick stays a nice golden brown colour. Who would want it?
Oh my god, it's terrible.
That's only half the commercial.
Oh, you gotta watch
God.
that video.
So it's
Talks
about like a
big
fat-
black cock.
All right.
Oh my god.
In chat, and yes, I do care, Assault Florist. He's playing Elder Scrolls Online, and he did accidentally click on Borderlands 2 executable, apparently. Snake Eye Sam says that he's just been playing some more Mercenary Kings and Carmageddon. And then Assault Florist said that he also played Minecraft and got slaughtered by Gumby, which I'm assuming he means a creeper.
I got a special insert here. Thrustmaster has sent me a message on Steam and wants everyone to know that he is playing Modern Warfare 3.
Tell Thrustmaster he's a dumbass. No, I'm kidding.
He's probably a
shit on our
camper.
fans.
Well,
He's
I think
probably
that's
a
Ricky.
camper.
I
It
think
is-
that's
I think
yeah.
it is Ricky.
I think it's Ricky.
Oh, then there's no mercy.
What? No Cards Against Humanity, Ricky? Come on. No, I'm kidding. Modern Warfare 3 is a fun game. It's one of those things where you can get old of that real fast.
Yeah, it was
Real
fun when it
fast.
came out.
Oh yeah, when it came out, it was great. But yeah.
But now everyone plays Ghost. Duh.
I'm so sick of Call of Duty games. I'm really hoping that series dies soon. I mean,
It's not. They added a third developer.
is it a third developer or is it a replacement for the second one? Because I think can't remember if it was Treyarch or Infinity Ward. One of those developing teams for Call of Duty just completely split, and that's what ended up spawning Titanfall. So
Oh yeah, I think it was Infinity Ward.
Infinity
Yeah.
Ward, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, is it really a third developer, or is it a
I
replacement
think,
for the
I
second
think
one?
it is a third developer to have better quality in the games, and that way each developer can release a game every 3 years instead of 2.
Oh my god! I thought they were also trying to turn it to where they're going to release games every 2 years instead of doing it every year. Which
Who knows? We'll find out in October
Well,
when it's
yeah,
back on the
true.
shelf.
You know what the problem is? Everybody buys them, so money talks much
oh
more than
god, yeah.
developers saying, "Yeah, I want to make a better game." You know.
There's people who literally just buy, $600 systems to play that one game. That and Madden, it's insane to me. Oh wait, no, it's not. I want to collect arcade machines.
Oh, I got a very topical thing to discuss with you guys. While I was at C2E2, there was a Twitch booth, and a fairly big Twitch booth. I mean, Twitch is clearly in money right now to afford a large section of C2E2's comic floor, the show floor. And instead of really doing any real promotion as far as, you could stream on Twitch, what do? They host a fucking Titanfall tournament. Titanfall.
Of course they did.
Yeah, because it's the game that's going right now for 'em.
But I don't understand why Twitch has to do that. That seems very stupid.
Because EA paid them to do it.
Can't argue
I-
that.
I almost guarantee that's what it came down to. EA said, "Here's some big amount of money. You play our game at this or these conferences or cons or whatever.
Conventions.
And conventions." And so I bet that's part of it.
Well,
I have breaking news.
Mm.
Breaking news, I have Minecraft the entire world.
huh?
And if you look in my camera, there it is.
If
I
you
have
could
done
go
it.
one cube.
And look, it flies. Whee!
Man, it must have took you hours to do that, man.
I started when I mentioned it earlier that, there would be a ton of fucking data, and then I realized, no, it's one piece of foam.
I see what you did there.
Yep.
Kind of brings me back to the old Greek philosopher who said that the world is actually flat. Who would have known?
Yeah.
He actually was
It's
just
flat
playing
on every
Minecraft.
side.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
You know you've missed a section at the beginning of the show, right?
Did I miss a section?
Steam
Sponsor.
roulette.
Oh, the Steam Roulette? You're absolutely correct. I'll do that in a bit. I also forgot that I did have a sponsor for the show this week. The sponsor for the show this week was Slutty Cosplay Women. Thank you.
Yeah, there's nothing more to say there.
Thank you. That's all I can say.
It was a great day.
Oh, it was... Yeah, buddy. We saw some titties and butt cheeks everywhere.
Oh, there was a pretty good slave layout too.
Oh, there was a bunch of them, yeah. There's always slave Leias. Always slave Leias.
Well, slave labor is easy and cheap.
It's true. It's true.
It works in two ways.
Hey, she was so cheap, she made out with her brother.
Oh.
Oh.
Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, so yeah, well, actually, let me go ahead and get that started before we go into the next section. Good job. That was a good one. Let me get the Steam Roulette screen up. Oh, it's even got my username plugged in automatically, which is
Look at that.
fantastic. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get that going.
My dick.
My dick. My dick. Sometimes I'm ashamed to have people look at my dick. That's too funny.
She's gonna die.
Yeah,
You're welcome, world.
you're gonna kill her. All right, I think this is up. Yep, it is up. So if you are not familiar with the rules of Steam Roulette, we're gonna spin 3 times, and then basically chat and the host will vote on which game to play. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Come on, Kingdoms of
Max
Amalur.
Payne, the first Max Payne. Let me get my notepad up so I can write
That's a
these
good
down.
game.
That's actually a fantastic game. I don't know how well that's going to stream, but all right, Max Payne 1. Spinning the wheel again. Primal Fears is the second one.
Didn't we play that one already?
No, that was that one dinosaur game that had a zombies mode, Ravaged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
I knew what you were thinking of. All right, and the third game. What do we got? Dysfunctional Systems. Learning to manage chaos.
Yep, that's my choice.
Yep, that's
Sounds like
mine.
our show tonight.
That matches the show perfectly.
Yeah, that really does, actually.
Just go to
So-
your
Couldn't
local
help but
resource
say no, I'm
store and
sorry.
get a big black cock.
Big black cock.
Don't put it on your penis.
God damn it. God damn it. Alright. So chat, you can vote on which games, or which game you want me to play. Max Payne, Primal Fears, and Dysfunctional Systems. Go ahead and place your vote now.
Systems.
3 hosts say Dysfunctional Systems, so it's looking like that's going to be the choice.
Yes, got a nice dick. Okay?
You're killing me, man.
Randark disappeared.
We lost Randark.
Oh,
Oh
good
my
stuff.
god. Oh my god.
It hurts to breathe.
God damn it, guys. God damn it.
Can you play with this dick?
Wash your dick with soap. Soap and water.
Sometimes I let the neighbor's wife come over and play on my dick.
God.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh,
God.
Put a
God.
coat
Damn
on
it.
it. It's a perfect brown.
God damn it. Alright, so chat is basically saying tough call. It's kind of looking like it's going to be Dysfunctional Systems, so we'll just go ahead and say that. My Steam actually is not loading right now, so hopefully after the show I'll be able to get it loaded. I think it's a small game, so I'm not worried about downloading it too quickly.
I've noticed that the last couple weeks, like every now and then when I launch Steam, it has trouble connecting to the Steam
Yeah,
network.
Steam's been
Yeah, I
having
had
a lot
the
of
same
troubles.
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let that kind of do its thing. And Steam actually did connect this time. Yay! Yay!
Yeah.
So it was dysfunctional systems.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get that going now.
Hooray.
Yes! You got a nice dick!
The enthusiasm. You're killing her. You are killing her. She's dying right now.
So is he.
Oh, then I saw a bunch of boobs, so that kind of evens it out today.
I guess.
Oh, just making shit up now.
I feel like Shapeless dick.
Snake Eyes did vote for Primal Fears, even though he didn't say it. He said, "Oh, the second one." Way to remember. Oh my God. All right.
Seal it.
My eyes are leaking right now.
So we are going to go ahead and move on to the next section. Which, Linux, why don't you go ahead and scream it? You know what it is.
Is it the dick section?
Oh, cheap bastard.
No. You cheap bastard!
There you go. There you Oh, she screams. When she hosts this freaking thing, she doesn't scream, but... Anywho, we got a couple of deals to talk about today. If my freaking thing will actually...
Got her attention going.
Deek! Yes. Deek! Alright.
She loves his deep.
So, we got the Mobile Bundle 5 that has been released. You have 2 days, or 2.5 days, to basically pick this up, and that has Baggett, R-Type 2, R-Type 1, Arlon, Sword and Shadow, The Cave, The Room 2, Carcassonne, Paper Monsters, and EnviroBear 2010.
If you need some mobile Android games, it's actually a pretty decent deal.
That's a great bundle.
It is actually a really good bundle. So
Carcassonne is a great board game that I haven't played yet, but I've heard good things.
Yep. So you basically get only 3 games, but if you pay over the average of $5.41, you get all of these games. And honestly, it's kind of worth it. So
And
you
the
should do it
soundtracks.
anyway. And of course, well, actually, this is the mobile one. I don't think you get the soundtracks with it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say anyway. And then, of course, you have the Humble Weekly Sale, which is featuring Tig, I think that is. And that has Thomas Was Alone, Puzzlebots, Dust Forest, VVV, and Cave Story Plus for under the average of $6. If you decide to pay $6 or more, you get Rios, Limbo, Cthulhu Saves the World, Mutant Muds Deluxe, Lone Survivor, and Elemental.
Cthulhu Saves the World is an excellent JRPG.
Well, here you go. It gets even better. If you pay $10, you get Teslagrad with it.
Oh,
That's a deal.
it.
That's
Is this
a deal.
I haven't seen the weekly deals, anyways, or the bundles itself with these extra. Did you see the $40 ones and the
Yeah. It says
$25 ones?
for $40 or more, you can unlock a TCG or TSG shirt and keychain, and then for $100 or more, you get a Mega Fan Gamer swag bag, which has looks like 3 cards, 2 shirts, and a bunch of other random swag that they include. I think that's a nice idea to kind of help promote people to actually go ahead and put more in. I don't know how well it's going to work, but it's a good idea.
I mean, there's not a lot of them, but there's just people out there that pay decent money for these bundles, even though you can pay nothing if you wanted to, basically. And I think it's kind of a nice way to say, here's something extra for paying, and most of it goes as charity too. So all around, it's good.
Indeed. And the last thing that we're going to talk about as far as sales is over at GOG right now. They have the Age of Wonders franchise on sale, which of course is Age of Wonders 2, The Wizard's Throne, and Age of Wonders Shadow Magic. They also have a lot of other random games that is on sale for up to 80% off. So primarily you can get games for as cheap as $1.19, or some of them for as expensive as $4, which really isn't really that much. If you decide that you want to get all 18 games that is on sale, it is $56.02.
Nice.
You save a whopping $95.80 if you go that route. This also includes other random games like Safe House Diaries, which is a really interesting zombie adventure game. And it's also got Darwinia and Multiwinia, which is a very big classic. So there you go. That's all the deals that are.
I got a quick deal.
Random.
This weekend, Marvel Heroes, which I absolutely love, so I'm going to mention it. They have a BOGO deal on Heroes. So if you buy one hero, you get another one at random for free.
Oh, they're bringing the BOGO back, but it's just a random hero this time. Okay.
It always was a random hero. You buy one, and you get a random one.
Cool.
But and it's possible you could get a hero you have, because you have an equal chance to get any hero they offer. But they offer over 20 heroes, so you got less than a 5% chance if you only have one hero to get a duplicate.
Nice.
Oh, you know what I just realized? Linux, I hate you. And this is why we use docs. We weren't going to do Steam Roulette because we were going to do GoldenEye Source after the show.
Oh, yeah,
Damn it. All right, well, we'll do both. Screw it. Why not?
We'll do this. Fuck it.
YOLO.
GoldenEye Source will go longer than the 15 minutes.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And looking at this game right now, Dysfunctional Systems, I'm looking at some screenshots of it. I may not last the 15 minutes. I'm going to tell you that right now.
You'll have some company. This
If you like
gentleman
me,
will keep
find
you
it
company.
very hard to keep
thank
your
you so
dick
much.
dry. I left my dick unprotected, and it was warped out of shape in no time. I could barely recognize my own dick.
All right.
Imagine that.
All right.
Then
All right. So after that would be the Flash section, which I don't have any Flash games set up for that. And then, of course, the last section is Randark's section, which talks about events. You want to go ahead and lead into that? Or...
Sure. So we were supposed to play GoldenEye Source. GoldenEye Source.
GoldenEye Source.
And so I did, and no one else played me.
No.
Good times for about 20 minutes, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to bed because no one's here. This week, we are going to something if someone else wants to host, because I will be out of town all week.
I'll host.
Anyone
I'll host. Thursday night, let's do some TF2.
Thursday night, 9 p.m. TF2. Be there or be square, like the
I promise
world
I'll show
that
up
I
this time.
presented earlier.
What you did there, I see it.
Excellent.
And I promise I'll actually show up this time.
Maybe.
No, seriously, I felt like such a jackass because like I was playing Minecraft. That's what it was, and then like all of a sudden I look at the clock and I'm like, man, I started when it was 6 o'clock. It's already 11. What the hell happened to my
Is
day?
that when you started your new series on Agrarian Skies?
Yep. That's exactly what it was.
That's a time sink. There you go.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Explains it.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh my god, it's 11 o'clock. Fuck.
So what really should have happened is you should load Minecraft through Steam so I can message you if I see you on mine.
Yeah, I really should do it that way. The problem is that with because I'm playing Feed the Beast, it reads the launcher and the game in two separate windows. So when the launcher closes to open the game, Steam no longer recognizes it.
Yeah.
It acts like I'm basically not playing a game at all, which kind of sucks. I don't understand why Steam doesn't kind of compensate for that sort of thing, but
it does in certain things, like Assassin's Creed. It opens Uplay, and it'll actually close Assassin's Creed when Assassin's Creed closes, but it'll start it when you go into Uplay, which is weird. But I assume there's some hooks or something that are sent by.
It's probably programmed for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I bought Trials Fusion, and it popped up Uplay, and I said, really, I got to sign up for another fucking one of these things?
Yeah,
Because
well,
I don't have a Uplay account yet, so I'm like, well, that's just going to sit there until I get time to sign up for another account.
Ubisoft is actually forcing a lot of its games on Steam to include Uplay when you install it, which,
it's still a better choice than Origin.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say, at least Ubisoft isn't preventing its new releases from being on Steam. And and EA is being notorious for that right now. Like a lot of its newer games, Steam basically has to wait, and in some cases they never come to Steam. Like Mass Effect 3 is still not on Steam, which pisses me off because I fucking love it.
Like Titanfalls won't come to Steam either. They've already said it.
And given the choice, or not really the choice, but given the circumstances, I'm a little, I guess, happier that Ubisoft is still playing nice with Steam in a certain way, even if it is slightly inconvenient, versus
I
EA,
just-
which is basically just like fuck you, fuck you.
I just wish Ubisoft would play a little better with YouTubers. That's all. They like to flag their content pretty quick.
I agree with that. And I think Ubisoft is really going to get a smack on the arm if they continue to treat the gamer community that way.
Them and Nintendo.
Nintendo, yeah, I was just about to say
worst.
Nintendo is probably
And
worse.
Nintendo's stupid about it because they're having a hard time selling the Wii U. Why not freaking update it? Put in a sharing system. I don't care what fucking service it is. Give me any service, and make your fucking shit. Promote it, because that's one of the big features of the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And instead, they're going the exact opposite, and their sales are suffering because of it.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo, and there's already been a lot of people that have said this, and I'm going to echo that, but it's honestly because it's the truth. Nintendo needs to fire a lot of people, and they need to bring in fresh, young talent, because ultimately they're so stuck in their old ways that they're not adapting. They're not adapting to the modern gaming market. And the reason being is because they have all those older folks that just they don't want to adapt. If Nintendo just took the time, and maybe not even fire, but maybe like create a new department, like a new R&D development team to help focus on bringing newer tech and newer design ideas to Nintendo, we would see a better product. Nintendo has always had the money and ability to be better, and they've never done it because they've been so stuck in their ways.
They've stopped doing it. They used to do it. NES, Super Nintendo, N64. Those were all revolutionary and fucking great. But yeah, they've and the Wii honestly was revolutionary.
Oh yeah.
But the Wii U wasn't marketed right. It shouldn't have used the same name. It should, it has a lot of potential with that screen for a whole new type of game design, of a 1 versus 4 mentality on the couch or over the internet, and it's not being used, and it's really sad. And part of it's their marketing. Yeah.
Marketing, and you know what? As innovative as the Wii is, I think another thing that ultimately killed the Wii as a viable gaming console was the lack of online compatibilities. I mean, that was killer, because I mean, you had the 360 and the PS3 that were basically just solely and completely online, and there wasn't a lot of actual Wii games that was competitive online with the Wii. And it wasn't.
And most of them were first party if they were, like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart.
Yeah, and that's tough. I mean, that's a tough market to be a part of if you're not going to do it seriously. I do agree that the Wii U is probably not a great name, but I don't really think they should have strayed from the Wii name itself, mainly because it really is kind of a successor to the Wii. I think they really should have called it Wii 2. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's still a cheesy name, but it's better than the Wii U.
I think, in a way, the Wii U, because my nephew actually has one, so I played around with it a little bit. I actually think the idea and the concept is kind of cool with the second screen and stuff. I think it may be actually a little too far ahead of its time with the second screen aspect, because, not a lot of developers are developing necessarily for it. All the Nintendo games are obviously using it, but I didn't see many other games taking necessarily the full advantage of it.
I really hope when Watch Dogs is released on it that, they showed at E3 last year the function of, battlefield control and stuff from like a tablet or something. I really hope they incorporate that into the gamepad itself, and then you can have, another person playing the real game up on a TV next to you. Because that would be tremendous.
Yeah, because the Xbox you have, it's Xbox Glass or something like that.
Yeah, Smart Glass.
Smart Glass you can download on any Android or iOS tablet. I don't know. Sony have anything like that?
It has Android applications that allow for that.
And the Vita is being used as second screen in some cases as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Vita, yeah.
Yeah, the Vita is almost completely mirroring that, and that's because you can actually play PS4 games on your Vita.
On the Vita, yeah.
Which I find interesting.
Stream plays, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Well, then let me bounce this question off you guys, just because, I mean, we're primarily a PC podcast, but this is very gaming relevant anyway. Do you feel that with the Wii U basically having its second screen functionality on the controller rather than allowing for tablets to download the application, do you feel like Nintendo has to do something like that, or do you feel like they should actually kind of try to expand a little more into the iOS and Android market by allowing people to control their games through an iPad or a Samsung Galaxy Tab, for example?
Before they do that, they should expand it to the 3DS. First, on your Virtual Console games, they should just be available on both systems if you buy it once. Second, you have almost all the controls you need on the 3DS in order to do everything you can do with the gamepad. You're just missing a second analog stick. But if you go out and buy a Circle Pad Pro, you get that too. And you should be able to, that way you can have the second screen as mobile beyond the Bluetooth range that the Wii U screen currently has.
Yeah. I think mobile with Nintendo's and I don't quite understand. Their stance on mobile is no, and I don't understand it at all. I just don't know if they don't understand the market or if the people in charge just don't want to deal with that market. I'm not sure which it is. But they've made it clear that it's a no. Second screen or porting any of their games, whether older, newer, whatever, it's a no. They're not going to do it. They've said it numerous times now. And I think it's a market they're missing huge on.
Well, I think it's very different when you're looking at it from a porting games over to mobile market perspective versus allowing control of your console through a second screen perspective. I look at it in two ways. I think that Nintendo's actually being smart by not releasing their games onto the mobile markets, because ultimately if they did, who would buy a 3DS? If you can get all the games that you want to play on an iPhone or on an iPad, why would you buy any of their hardware? So they're being smart in that case. But I do believe that they're also shooting themselves in the foot by not allowing the additional functionality, and that's the one thing Microsoft is doing right now. And trust me, I'm sure it's painful for them to actually allow that functionality out of a Google device, considering Google and Microsoft are not good buddies. They're not friends in the slightest.
Microsoft is becoming more of a service company now. You're seeing that with Microsoft Office. Like, Office just got released for the iOS before the mobile, the touch first Office just got released for iOS. That's before Android, before their own tablet, the Windows RT tablet, touch first. And that to be released on an Apple product, that's huge for Microsoft. I mean, that's something a couple of years ago they wouldn't even have thought of porting Office over to the iPad.
Yeah, so I mean, Microsoft is definitely making certain points to try and keep themselves fresh in the game, and I think that this is something that Nintendo really needs to think about. I mean, if they're going to put that out,
I think so.
It could only help, really. I mean, it's just second screen functionality. It can only help. So.
Yeah, but then I suppose you got to look at it from their point of view. If they integrate it, then how do they make money on on their controller? Because that controller is an expensive controller.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they make money by not having to produce them anymore. that would be the ultimate solution to that problem right there. Because I mean, I can't imagine that they're making money off the Wii U by selling the console and the controller. What is it, $250?
Can you integrate the same level of integration? I don't know what their full capability of integration is with that second screen, versus like the Microsoft versus the Sony stuff. I just don't know the difference. So, maybe there's a limitation there that they feel they have an advantage of, but obviously they're not selling consoles, so it's no advantage at that point.
They have a good chance upcoming when they release what's it called, the new Mario Kart 8, to remove split screen from a two-player game. And if they don't take advantage of that, that's going to be a real issue. You can have one person playing on the screen and one person playing on the TV, and be in the same room, and that way you can't stare at the other person. Well, the one person who would have an advantage of looking up, but you know, you don't. It would just help a lot, and
You know, it'd be also kind of cool with that is if you're doing a local, multiplayer like that, you see your own view on your gamepad, but on the TV you just see a generic kind of overview of the whole thing.
So almost mirroring the 3DS type of functionality on a console. That's a good deal. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So then one last question while we're on this topic. How come PCs don't have this type of thing?
And actually, I was just going to ask you that. There's so many games out there that, even like Rust and stuff like that could have your second screen is, your map or something like, along that line. I don't have an answer. I don't know.
Well, I think part of it kind of boils down to the fact of most PC gamers use mouse and keyboard, so there's really no way to hold a tablet while you're checking certain things. But I do think that, like, especially Steam, if Steam decides to really like bunker down and work on something like that, they already have the Android application. So I mean, they wouldn't have to go too far to program something like that. And to be able to basically like browse achievements on the game you're currently playing, look at guides and all that, just automatically popping up on your Steam application when you load a game, that alone would create a completely alternative functionality for the application that it's sorely lacking right now.
Yeah, not to put any bug in there because I really wouldn't want to pay for it, but that kind of level of service on PC games, I'd definitely, even if it was a small fee, I'd probably pay it because that would be. There's plenty of games out there, again, like Rust and stuff like that I'd love to have that second screen functionality for.
Oh
Yeah.
So, PC gamers, damn it, work on second screen.
We're too busy working on better graphics.
Yeah.
Clearly. What's that? You're having troubles with 720p? We're looking at 8K resolutions.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anyone else have anything left to say, or can we go ahead and wrap the show up?
I think I'm good. This gentleman might, though.
This gentleman? Oh, God. You're going to play it again.
Then I discovered Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sealant. The best way to take care of your dick in 3 easy steps. First, wash your dick with soap and water.
You said this guy was Australian?
Once your dick is clean,
I guess he's New Zealand, dude. Whatever.
Yeah, it sounds New
I
Zealand.
used to be too embarrassed to invite people over to see my dick. But now, my dick's the talk of the town.
Top of the town, you don't say.
All right, well, while that's playing in the background, you can find our website over at www.latenightsteamer.com. You can find our YouTube channel over at youtube.com/latenightsteamer. You can find our Steam community at steamcommunity.com/groups/latenightsteamer. Remember, I have no doc, so this is right off the top of my head right now. You can find our Twitter over at twitter.com/LNsteamer and our Facebook at facebook.com/latenightsteamer. Actually not. I didn't do too bad without the doc.
No, that's good.
Thank you. Stick around. We're going to stop the stream, but we will be right back for a little bit of dysfunctional systems, which
You
looks.
gotta control this chaos.
Oh yeah. I'm all about wrangling in the chaos, apparently. But we're going to do a little bit of dysfunctional systems, and of course, we're also going to do some GoldenEye Source, which is a multiplayer game. And so if you have it downloaded and installed, you can play with us. If you don't, well, tough luck.
But no way you can have it done in time.
Yeah. We will be on GameVox, however, so you can join us through both of those gameplays. We will all be in GameVox talking and playing the game and all that fun stuff. So if you have not downloaded GameVox yet, do so now over at GameVox.com. And you can add me on GameVox, which is just Sir Viper 4580. Very, very easy to remember, hopefully. I use it for freaking everything. And join us while we're playing the games, and you two can talk while we're streaming. So.
I even have punctures on my dick. Check out that dick. What is in this?
I even have punctures in my dick. All right. So with that said, guys, any last comments before we close out? And no more deek.
I am pulling this commercial and making a bunch of sound clips out of it.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. All right, guys. Have a good one.
See ya.